Perhaps it is impossible to wear an identity without becoming what you pretend to be. A quote from Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Welcome to Grimly!
Yeah, like Bill Skarsgård.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking it. And he was a bad guy in Dune.
He was so good in that. Okay, did you know? Oh, so you watched it, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, he sounds like Stellan. No. He wasn't in Dune. Sorry. Hold on. I'm gonna backtrack because we were talking about Skarsgård, and then you were talking about the son.
Yeah.
He's not. It's Austin Butler who plays.
Oh shit! You're right.
But you look at it and you're like, that should be his son. That should be Stellan's son.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like
Yeah.
Stellan, and you're like, oh, it has to be his son, but I know that it's Austin Butler.
Yeah.
But I learned because I was like, wait a second, are they like doing a mashup of his voice so he sounds like his uncle in the movie? Because I'm like, he sounds just like Stellan Skarsgård. No, Austin Butler trained his voice to sound just like him for that role. So much so that they met on set, and he comes up and he's like, he's talking at me in my own voice, and it creeped me the fuck out. Like, incredible.
That is really fucking creepy.
And like, he did the Elvis voice, right? So
Yeah.
he's just extremely talented in that way.
Yeah. Right. He just really emulates. It's like a
Yes.
different type of method acting. Is kind of what it seems like.
Very talented.
Yeah.
But I was fast. It was just like very satisfying to have seen that afterwards, because the whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm like, how are they doing that? It must be like
A dubbed thing.
Yeah, it must be like AI or something. No,
No,
was
he
him.
actually just did it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Dune was really good.
So good.
Yeah. I was thoroughly impressed. You gonna blow your nose right into that microphone?
It's like tiny little. You know, like children blow their noses, and it's like it doesn't. It's like not proper. They're just like. Like, you're not doing it right. They don't know. They can't.
Right. You're like, you don't get it.
You put the tissue up to their nose, and that's the kind of.
God, kids are gross. Sorry.
Anyway, that's how it's happening.
Anyways, we're recording.
Of course. How long have you been recording?
When we started talking about Skarsgård.
Dune.
Yeah.
So good. I know we're like 100 years late on the Dune conversation.
Really are. Listen, I don't get motivated to go to the movies that much anymore, sadly.
Oh, I love going to the movies.
I love going
go
to
all
movies
the time.
too. I know you do. Like,
I just went the other day.
What'd you go see?
Hold on. It was Kinds of Kindness, which I don't recommend.
Oh, I heard that's really fucking bananas.
It was extremely long, like 3 hours.
Well, Poor Things is also like almost 3 hours, and it's the same director.
Yes. And Poor Things was better.
Yeah.
It was like 3 different movies in one. So like act 1, act 2, act 3, but they're 3 different plots. I really wanted to go see the kids movie with
the Inside Out.
I would have loved to see that one. My husband is not as into children's movies as I am. So I went to see Kinds of Kindness, and I was underwhelmed.
Okay.
And I like a strange movie.
Yeah, you didn't like Poor Things originally.
No, because I turned it off because I was like, this is so creepy and gross. Like, this is essentially a child in a grown woman's body, and I cannot get behind all the CSAM that's happening. So I turned it off, but then when I finished it, I was like, okay, it was pretty good.
She drives Mark Ruffalo's character fucking bananas, and that's my favorite part of it.
That was, yes, I know, but he liked it.
Yeah.
It was really good. It's just, I was like, I don't want to see Mark Ruffalo, like, abusing a little girl in a woman's body. Like, it horrifies me. But she did get hers in the end.
She got hers, yeah. She definitely did. Which is... It was fun.
Yeah, you had to finish it to really like appreciate it, because like there's so much of it that's completely horrifying.
Yeah, totally. By the way, this is Grimly.
Welcome to Grimly.
Hi. Bye. Have you seen the trailer for the new Nosferatu?
Yes, but I'm truly unhinged, unreasonably afraid of vampires. Like, if It, like, I don't know if that's a cryptid. It's not, but
No.
I'm, like, always afraid that I'm going to get scooped up. If I'm in the dark outside, it is a vampire that's in the back of my mind. It is unreasonable. I've been afraid of them since I was a child. Saw one too many. I think it started with Interview with the Vampire.
I loved that movie.
It is a great movie with a lot of 70s bush.
It's from the 90s.
But there's a lot of bush in that fucking movie.
That's not what I remember.
Oh, you haven't watched it recently?
I just
then
remember Christina Ricci, tiny baby. No, not Christina Ricci. Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, yes.
Yeah. Tiny baby. Kissing Brad Pitt.
Yep. Also,
that would not fly in today's world.
No.
It shouldn't.
Gross.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that was her first kiss.
Ugh, poor thing.
Her first kiss was Brad Pitt.
As a child. An epic life, but gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
It doesn't count as your first kiss. I don't know. I guess I have to go back to see how romantic that they made her do that.
I don't think it was, like, really romantic. It seemed, in my mind, I remember it as, like, a peck.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I hope so.
That doesn't really count as your first kiss, unless you want it to.
Yeah. I mean,
for the sake of the
story. It's a pretty good talking point.
Sure.
But maybe who was your first kiss? My first kiss was Brad Pitt in a movie. Like, I was an actor in. Anyways.
I could go on about Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Let's not. In not a great way.
No. Well, the new Nosferatu looks really fucking good. And Peter Skarsgård is the Count.
Nosferatu?
Yeah, is the Count in it.
I watched it while I was in my hotel room by myself, and I was, like, about to go to sleep, and I was like, you shouldn't be watching this.
The trailer?
The trailer. But I did. And
Yeah.
then I had to, like, do a palate cleanser before I actually closed.
What was your palate cleanser?
Probably Family Guy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
The image of, like, the hand, like, the shadow over, whatever her name is, face. That is such a cool fucking shot. I think it's gonna be really good.
I'm gonna watch it for sure.
Yeah, we should see it. We should definitely go see it. You're, like, the only person, like, wants to watch scary movies with me, so.
I do love them.
Yeah, like, none of my other friends
the vampire
are, like,
ones I have to be careful with, but
yeah.
Like, it will have to be a daytime movie.
That's fine. We'll go out into the sunlight where there's no vampires.
Yes.
Yeah, it won't be Beetlejuice.
It is the single reason I'm afraid of the dark, I think.
Really?
Uh-huh. It makes no sense.
Truly, because you're, like, the skeptical one.
It's irrational. It's completely irrational.
Have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
Is that the funny one?
Yeah.
Yes.
With Taika Waititi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
I don't know if I just said his name right.
Taika?
Taika?
I think it's...
Taika?
I know who you're talking about. He's
Sorry,
a funny
man.
guy.
Yeah. It was a funny
dude.
movie. So.
He's married to Rita Ora.
Yes.
That's a cool couple.
That's a very cool couple. Yeah. But, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for that movie.
I'm down.
Yeah, it looks very good. We'll watch in the daytime.
We're going to see a scary movie this afternoon.
Yeah, we're going to see Maxine.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. This one doesn't feel overtly scary. It feels like a slasher.
Right.
Which is like... I don't do well with, like, slasher movies.
Oh, you get queasy?
I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I always have to, like, turn away.
Sure.
So I probably will do that a few times.
Okay.
But don't judge me. Okay. So, what are we talking about today, Meg? Oh my god, why did you not ask me that earlier?
What are we talking about today?
So, I don't know if you know this, but Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix is releasing a new volume.
Okay, I
at
think
the end of July.
Heard that.
And
probably
so,
because you posted about it or something.
Probably, yeah. And so I thought, since we're going to be seeing some new Unsolved Mysteries soon, I wanted to go back and do one of my, I don't know if favorite is the right word, one of the most interesting Unsolved Mysteries episodes in the most recent seasons.
Okay.
So.
I'm down. It's going to be a roller coaster.
Yeah, so the episode itself on Unsolved Mysteries, which is the main source for this, is called A Death in Oslo.
All right.
Does it sound familiar to you? Have you watched those?
Not really, no.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
They're good. It's definitely not the...
I've seen a couple of them.
It's not the 90s, 80s Unsolved Mysteries that we grew up on.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Robert Stack is no longer with us. R.I.P. And, I mean, the original Unsolved Mysteries is, like, a couple stories per episode. Like, it was, like, a 10-minute segment on, like, one thing, and then, like, another 10-minute segment on something else. The newest Unsolved Mysteries is, like, 45 minutes to an hour per thing.
Yes.
So there's a couple that like have always stood out to me, and this is one of them. So the episode is called A Death in Oslo. I think it's episode 2 of volume 2, if you want to go back and watch it yourself. But I'm also going to tell it to you right now. So, Wednesday, May 31st, 1995. We are in Oslo, Norway.
We are
there. I wish. So,
7 years old.
Oh, how old was I in 1995?
You were born in 88?
87.
You would have been 8 years old.
I was 8 years old, yeah. So a woman checks into the Plaza Hotel in Oslo, which
I
is
didn't know they had a plaza in Oslo.
Yeah, it's a 5-star
Okay.
hotel over there.
What country is Oslo?
Norway.
Norway.
I literally just said Oslo, Norway.
I was pretty sure it was one of those Nordic ones, but I was like, I don't think I know exactly which one. I've never been there.
Yeah, me either. I'd love to. It's...
Seems like they've got some stuff figured out over there. Good for them.
I was going to say it's one of the happiest countries in the world.
I believe that.
So...
It's a small one, too, so...
Yeah.
Might help.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely less landmass. So a woman checks into the Plaza Hotel in Oslo, Norway. She gets the keys to room 2805 and is seemingly unnoticed for 3 days. And for at least 2 days of her stay, she has the Do Not Disturb sign on her door.
Okay.
So on Saturday, June 3rd, one of the front desk agents at the Plaza Hotel realized that this woman had actually not put a credit card down for her room. She paid for her room in cash.
Oh, okay.
So, since she's like, oh shit, we don't have a credit card on file, and it seems like maybe the cash payment that she had paid for the hotel was like kind of up. Like she paid for like 3 nights or whatever.
That makes sense.
So the hotel sends a security guard up to room 2805 around 7:50 p.m. The hope is that the security guard can get the woman to either answer the door to get her to leave the hotel, or to like give her a credit card to put on file. Just be like, we have to figure this out, essentially. So the Do Not Disturb sign is still on the door, and the security guard knocks on the door. Right after he knocks, he hears a gunshot go off in the room.
After he knocks?
Yeah, he knocks, gunshot.
All right.
So when the gunshot goes off, the security guard backs away from the door.
Yeah.
Which, for sure. And he kind of like waits further down the hallway, kind of like around like a partition. And he sits there for a little bit and just kind of waits to see if anyone leaves the room.
All right.
He's like, did I just witness a murder, essentially?
Sure.
Also, I mean, but he's also a security guard. He's like, I'm not going to intervene. You know?
Right, yeah.
Like, so he waits for a little bit. And then when no one comes out of the room, he decides to take the elevator down to hotel security, like the kind of checkpoint desk area.
All right.
To alert the police of what had just happened.
Okay. This is the 90s.
Yeah, 95. On him. Yeah, it doesn't have a cell phone. Maybe a beeper. I don't know. Maybe a walkie-talkie.
I don't know. I'd like him to have something he could radio and not leave the door.
Totally. Yeah, like a radio, a walkie-talkie would have been perfect. Or
call like a hallway phone.
Oh yeah,
or something.
That's a very good point. Yeah. So there's none of that though. So when the security guard leaves, there is a 15-minute window that no one is at the door.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. Again, too long.
Yeah. It's unclear if anyone had left the room during that window.
Oh, that's so upsetting.
It is. It's not great. So, security guard goes to the desk, or the security checkpoint area, alerts the police, alerts the security chief, and they go up to check, like, see if they can get, like, the door to open, not this room. So, knock on the door, no one answers. So this is when they also notice that the door is double locked from the inside. So it's like the deadbolt and the, like, just whatever locking mechanism's already in place. So security uses their, like, special key card to open the door. They open the door and they notice an acrid smell, almost like a gunpowder.
Okay.
In the room.
Wow.
And there is a woman dead on the bed with a gunshot wound to her forehead.
Jesus, okay.
So
to her forehead?
To her forehead.
Interesting.
Yeah. The security chief kicks everyone out of the room. He's like, we gotta go. He relocks it, waits for the police to come. Because he's like, this is a crime scene. We have to leave.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give him props for that. Maybe get some goddamn walkie-talkies for your people, you know?
Jesus.
So, one of the first police officers to arrive at the scene is a man named Adun. This is a lot of Norwegian, Swedish names, so if I fuck them up, I apologize.
Let me see if I can get a Google pronunciation.
Google pronunciation. I should have done that. I did not.
Audun.
Audun.
Okay, this is a Norwegian version.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play you.
Okay.
Let's try that one more time.
Adun? Yeah. Kind of what I said, right?
It
Yeah.
sounds almost Frenchy. So.
It does sound like a little French.
She might have been a French woman doing a Norwegian pronunciation.
Maybe. So, the scene that he enters into in this room, however you say his name, is described as followed. It is a deceased woman on the bed with a single gunshot wound to her forehead, with a gun in her hand, a leftover dinner. The double door is locked, or the double lock, from the inside, so there's no signs of a struggle, and there's no signs of anyone else in the room.
Right.
This is gonna play out like an Agatha Christie.
So they're like, maybe it was a suicide.
Yeah, that's their initial.
I'm not going to shoot myself in the forehead like that.
That's a big part of that, so. The police then looked at the keycard swipes of this room, and the woman had come and gone a few times, but had mainly stayed in room 2805. And there was also no keycard swipes around the time of her death.
Okay.
So most investigators believe now that this was some sort of like planned suicide by this woman who's still unknown. But the one thing they could not find anywhere in this room was any sort of identification for this woman.
Was the gun in the room?
The gun was still in her hand.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go over that.
Okay.
So in the room there was no credit cards, no ID, no passport, not a wallet at all, no wallet.
Wow.
In general. It also seemed like she had 0 toiletries packed. Like no toothbrush, no hairbrush, nothing. There was also no car or house keys in this room. And another weird thing that was packed, though, in this room was a briefcase with just 25 bullets in it and nothing else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe the gun and 25 bullets in the briefcase
Yeah.
at one point?
Yeah. So
25 bullets.
it's weird.
Okay.
Yeah. Investigators also looked at the clothes that this woman had packed and hung up in the closet, and all of the clothing tags have been removed. So, like, the tags on, like, the back of a shirt. Like, they'd all been cut out.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And they also noticed that she had a bunch of tops and jackets, but not really any, like, bottoms. Like, no pants or jeans or skirts or...
Strange.
She was wearing a skirt, but there was, like, nothing really else.
No
bottom-wise.
undergarments.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, like,
she had tops and bottoms, but no undergarments? Is that what you're saying?
No. She just didn't have any, like, jeans or slacks or skirts or anything. She had, like, a bunch of, like, blouses and jackets and sweaters, but nothing to wear the bottom part of her body.
Oh,
but she obviously didn't walk in without, like, pants on to the hotel. She wasn't, like, Winnie the Pooh. Another weird and peculiar item that was noticed during the initial investigation is the way that the 9mm handgun is being held in her hand. So the gun is in her hand on her chest with the thumb on the trigger, which I'll show you a picture. And, like, just looking at the picture, and, like, I don't really know a whole lot about guns, it looks fucking awkward.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
The thumb on the trigger is weird.
You think... Okay, so it would be like this, probably. Your hands are on the back side of it, and your thumb...
Yeah.
Is that what she's doing? Yeah, it looks like it is what she's doing. Okay.
But, okay, so.
I mean, it's awkward, but it would be a very awkward way to shoot yourself.
Yeah, so the gun placement itself is super weird because 9mm handguns do have a pretty intense recoil. Mm-hmm. So a couple experts within this case say that where the gun is on her body, it's like on her chest. After, like, if she would have, like, shot herself in the forehead, it, like, wouldn't have fallen on her chest. It would have blown back.
I would think you would
above
at least
her head.
need both of your hands to do that.
Right, yeah. And that's another thing. It's like they're like, either she was supposed to be using both hands or, like, the gun wouldn't have, like, landed that way.
Yeah.
Another part of this is there is 0 blood spatters or any gunpowder burns on her hands.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And there's also no blood splatter on the gun itself.
Because it would have been right up.
Yeah, so if it's up on her forehead.
There should have been?
If she had like both hands, like was using her thumb, there'd be some blowback from the gunpowder or blood spatter. There's nothing on her hands.
You'd think you could tell too, like how close it was to her when it shot her.
Yeah, I think that seems like it's a pretty uniform. Like it was a very close shot.
So somebody either put it up to her forehead and shot her, or she did it herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so far, the evidence kind of seems like it's not.
Like, was she a spy? Was it sex work?
We'll get into it.
Was it both?
So.
Why doesn't she have pants?
Right? Why doesn't she have pants? It's like a really big question. I think it's weird. It's just weird. Same with the 25 bullets.
Yes.
Like if you...
And no toiletries.
No toiletries. Not even a brush. Not even a toothbrush.
Weird.
Yeah. So besides all of the weird, or lack thereof, weird shit that was in room 2805, investigators have another big question. How did this woman get a room in a 5-star hotel without any identification or putting a credit card on the room? So... this is where the plot starts to thicken.
Yeah, I was like, somebody must know. Somebody gave it to her.
Yeah. So, the Plaza Hotel, they have like this little, like when you get a hotel, you have to fill out like a ID sheet, right? Or whatever, like put your information. So, they do have an identification card from this woman. And on the card, it claims that she isn't named Jennifer Fairgate. She gave a date of birth and a phone number. And this card she puts in her hometown was a tiny village in Belgium.
Okay.
So, Oslo police, they take this stuff and they contact Interpol. And they ask them to notify next of kin. Because at this point, they're like, this is...
who she is.
No, we're like, this is a suicide.
Yeah,
this isn't a homicide investigation.
And this is who she is. And, like, you guys find her family.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, they ask Interpol, get next of kin, inform that she has passed away in Oslo. However, when Interpol looked at the name, they could not find a Jennifer Fairgate anywhere in Belgium.
Wow.
Or in their databases, period.
Okay.
So, Oslo investigators then pull fingerprints from their room, and they have Interpol run those prints through their databases, and they have no match. So, this is also when they start probing into the identification card, and asking the Plaza Hotel employees what they remember about Jennifer when she checked in. And an employee recalls Jennifer calling the hotel a few days before she arrives, and she told the employee that she was going to be traveling there with her husband, Louis Fairgate.
All right.
So another hotel employee does remember Jennifer checking in with a man, but besides the front desk moment,
a man.
No one else recalls seeing this man around the plaza.
Okay. All right.
The Plaza Hotel at this time does have cameras, but it seems like since this was not the initial homicide investigation, and it was believed to be a suicide, that the police didn't look at the cameras.
Weird.
And maybe lost the opportunity to see who Jennifer had checked in with, if her name is Jennifer.
Okay.
Or like even like get a picture of this woman.
Got it.
Because there are pictures of her, they're all post-mortem though.
Okay.
So, and like, I didn't put them on here.
I don't really want to see them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and like, they're like, if she did check in with a man, like, who's this man she checked in with? Or was this man just like sitting next to her when she checked in? And like the hotel employee misunderstood. There's also like, so something about this too is I could not find any sort of like research about if they asked the hotel employees, like, why didn't you get a credit card from this woman? Why you didn't get an ID? Like, if she just paid in cash, like, does all that stuff, like, null and void? You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's very weird. And, like, I think it's also part of this, like, they think it was a suicide. They don't think it was a homicide initially. So they're like, we just didn't really probe.
We're trying to be respectful. Like,
trying to be respectful,
Yeah.
Like, she paid in cash, so this is just how it happens, you know? But it's weird that, like, there really wasn't any, like, questioning about that to me. But, you know,
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, yeah, for sure. Now, Oslo investigators did try to find Louis Farragut, and with the help of Interpol and some like Belgium investigators, but there's no sign of this guy either. Whether or not he has a different name as well, or like this is an alias, is who knows.
Unknown.
So, after these dead ends, Oslo investigators tried to shift their focus on figuring out who this woman is. If her name isn't Jennifer Farragut, who is she? They first go through recent missing persons reports, like in the area, to see if they can find anyone that matches this description of her. And she's like 21, 24, 30, short black hair, tall. I have a sketch of her in a second, but there's no matches there. So they keep Jennifer's body in the morgue for a year, and then after a year, Oslo investigators decide that they should give her a burial. So on June 26, 1966, Jennifer was buried in Norway. I mean, that's what they're calling her, is Jennifer. And she's buried without a headstone.
Yeah.
And the case is kind of closed from there. But we're not done.
I hope not. I'm like, wow.
And you're like, cool, that was it? Yeah. Okay, so this is when an investigative journalist kind of steps in. He's like, this case is fucking weird. This is not done.
Yeah.
This man is named Lars Wigner. And in 1996, he wrote an article called The Lonely Goodbye. And he was covering, like, kind of what we just talked about, like all this weird situational, like what happened here. And he hopes that maybe someone will read it and come forward with some information. Be like, oh, I know her. You know, like, oh, we didn't know what happened to her or something, you know. Lars then travels. This guy, like, really goes for it. So Lars travels to the small village that she said she was from. It's called Verlaine.
Okay.
It's in Belgium. Because, like, this is the village that she wrote her name down on the identification card. And he's hoping that, like, even if she wasn't, like, there, or, like, from there, like, as an adult, maybe she was from there as, like, a child. Like, it's just, like, some sort of weird, like, I know of this place, I'm gonna say I'm from there. Because the village itself, it's pretty small. It has, like, a population of less than 5,000 people.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I mean,
it's a weird, obscure, yeah, it's a good place to start. So this is when he gets a sketch of what she looks like, and this is the sketch.
Okay. You know, she looks like a spy, I gotta say. It's giving KGB. She's got blue eyes.
Dark hair.
This doesn't look like a 21-year-old or 24-year-old woman either.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't draw it. Don't yell at me.
This is a woman in her 40s. She's even got gray hair.
I think that's just, like, shading.
I don't know.
Well, we'll let people
judge. Oh, Jennifer.
Yeah. So Lars enlists the help of a local journalist. His name is Cedric Lagaste. And they basically start having conversations with, like, the people in this village. And they're like, basically, anyone wants to talk to them about it, they'll talk to them. And they want to see if they can, like, find anyone who knows who Jennifer, quote unquote, is. I'm going to call her Jennifer just for the sake of calling her Jennifer instead of calling her the woman or whatever.
Jane Doe.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. And then this is when they take that artistic rendering and they're, like, walking around. They're like, hey, does this person look familiar to you? So the village of Verlaine, there's no one, essentially. It's like, I have no idea who this person is. And so, like, no one recognizes her, which is unfortunate. But also, while in the village, Lars and Cedric go to the street that Jennifer wrote on her identification card of the Plaza Hotel. And she wrote that she lived in house 148 Rue de la Station.
All right.
I'm not saying that properly. It's fine. But the houses on that street only went to 100. So there is no house. This is essentially a dead-end lead. Cedric and Lars conclude that Jennifer isn't from this village, probably, but she has some sort of knowledge of this place because she gave a street and, like, gave a phone number that's familiar to the area. But also the phone number is also kind of a dead end, too. I mean, it confirmed that she's not from there, which is good, I guess.
I don't know. It would be satisfying if that's where she was from. They could just find out who she is. But it is, at least it rules it out. Or
Yeah, I mean, like,
that's not
you don't
true.
know unless you, like, go down there and ask,
Yeah, you
right?
gotta
Like,
do it.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully they had a good time on that trip. That's all I hope for.
It sounds honestly like a nice place.
Maybe they got some chocolate, you know, maybe a waffle, perhaps.
Stroop
Yeah.
waffle.
Yeah. So, we have theories back in what happened in room 2805. So, Lars, after he does this village visit, I told you, he's the man on this case, for sure.
Sure.
So, he
Hero.
goes back to the Plaza Hotel, and he tries to reconstruct the crime scene with a retired investigator named Per Iverson. It's P-E-R.
P-E-R.
Okay. Yeah. So, in the room, they're kind of saying they're trying to think of a potential way that everything went down. So, their initial thought is Jennifer's laying in the bed, and someone is straddling her with, like, their knees on each side of her, and they put a gun to her forehead, and they shoot her. And then they place the gun in her hand on her chest, and it make it look like she killed herself, essentially.
Okay.
So the part that doesn't really make sense with this theory is that there are no signs of a struggle in the room or, like, on her. Like, there's no sort of, you know, marks or anything. There's nothing. So Lars and Per, this investigator, think that maybe a way to explain this is that she was unconscious in some way. But there's a toxicology panel that was done on her, and the only thing that was found in her system in her time of death was alcohol.
Right.
That doesn't mean that there wasn't something in her system that they didn't look for, right?
Sure, okay.
I mean, there wasn't anything about puncture wounds being found or anything, though. So I don't know if maybe she ingested something, someone slipped her something like that way.
Okay.
But as we know of right now, there's, like, nothing in her panel that, like, proves that she was inebriated, I guess, in some sort of way. Not inebriated, incapacitated.
Sure, okay.
But, I mean, I think the part of this theory that does really work is the straddling and the gun to her forehead, because that makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
Than, like, you're putting a gun to your forehead and using your thumb to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
yeah. I mean, I'm not sure. I think someone would need to straddle her to shoot her in the forehead.
Yeah.
You could be standing next to the bed.
Yeah, they could be standing over her. Who knows? Yeah. So during this time, Lars also discovers, in this case, is that there is a 20-hour gap of time that Jennifer was not in the room.
Oh. Okay.
So this is specifically on Thursday, June 1st.
20 hours is a long
20
time.
hours is a long time not to be in your room.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I'm out of my room for 8 hours, then I want to take a nap.
Yeah. It's
know?
a long time.
Yeah. So he figured this out because we have a timeline of when the key card is used to enter the room. Obviously, there's not a key card to exit a room. So the key card is used at 8:34 a.m. on that Thursday morning, and isn't used again until 8:50 a.m. the next morning on Friday. So it's almost a full day. She's gone.
I guess my question is, like, you can't really determine when she left the room.
I'll get into that right now.
Okay.
So Lars then asks the housekeepers of the hotel.
They came and they cleaned?
When they came and they cleaned in the room. They came and they cleaned the room at 1 p.m. on Thursday.
So they know she wasn't there at least at 1 p.m.
And Jennifer isn't in the room at 1.
Okay.
So that's where the 20 hours comes from, I think.
Got it. Okay.
So that just makes another question. Where was she for 20 hours if she wasn't in the room?
Could have been more than 20 hours, technically, then. If she went in at 9 or something, you said?
Yeah, well, she got there, like, she used her key card at 8:34 a.m.
So she could have been
in and out.
between then and 1 o'clock
Yeah, she could have left.
at any time.
Yeah. So, with this, the theory that brought it to the table is that maybe Jennifer was some sort of international agent or spy.
Yes.
The fact that no one can figure out who the hell this woman is for almost 30 years, this case is still unsolved, hence why it's called Unsolved Mysteries, makes some people think, like Lars included, that she's been able to stay incognito because she was trained to do so. And there's also the fact that she had 0 personal effects in the room, and the clothing tags being removed, which is kind of a very classic
spy thing.
It feels like. We'll get further into that too. So there's also the fact that the Plaza Hotel itself had been a spot used for different international peacekeeping talks between different nations. So it's kind of like a hotspot for international affairs. So maybe she was there to maybe track somebody or...
Interesting.
You know. So a retired Norwegian intelligence service agent, so like a CIA, FBI type of guy. His name is Ola Kaldager. He is interviewed by Lars, and he thinks that Jennifer was executed because she was a spy.
Got it, okay.
And the fact that he is also basically a spy.
Yeah.
So his first reasoning is thinking of how the gun is found. And also, I haven't talked about this yet, the registration number on the gun had been removed in a way that he says is only done by professionals. It's like they use like a certain type of acid, he said.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it's like, he said it was something to do with like how deeply like they removed the registration numbers on the gun. Like they knew how far to like basically let the acid go to remove the numbers completely.
Okay.
He says that really a lot of people don't know how to do that, and it's like more of a professional type of like identifier, essentially. So Ola does also say that removing the tags from the clothing is common practice in covert operations because you want to remove any sort of way of backtracking to try to find a country of origin.
Interesting.
To a person.
Yeah.
So like, you know, like we buy clothes usually in the States and those have some sort of tracking number, you know, so like, so the tags being removed is for a reason. It's not just, you know, just removing them to be weird.
Fascinating.
Right? So the 20-hour gap of time is also interesting because it's also pretty common for like covert operations to have more than one location to stay at.
Oh.
So if she was gone for 20 hours, maybe she was in a different hotel room or a safe house. Maybe her other hotel room had pants. I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
So Ola also doesn't think that the door being locked from the inside when they like enter the room is really an issue because he says, and I quote, "There is no closed doors for intelligence."
Oh, they can find a way.
They can figure out a way. He's like, and you couldn't track it. That's what he said.
Okay. I didn't take it, but there was an opportunity once upon a time at a job I worked in, and like a gift to the team for winning a big contract. There was going to be a course paid for by the company, and it was like basically like and it's really kind of fucked up. We didn't end up doing it, but it was not cheap. And it was like you travel to a location. Now, it wasn't like an undisclosed. It was just like you go to this place. Everyone goes there, or they come to you. I can't remember now. And they teach you how to basically enter spaces.
Oh.
And there's like a toolkit and everything.
Why didn't you take that opportunity?
It just didn't work out. It was like there was a lot of factors at play, but I remember being like,
just been like, I am.
I remember being like, this is crazy. What the hell? Like, there are people that will teach you. So these skills were obviously learned somewhere, and certain types of people take these. You know, it was not cheap. It was like a few $1,000s per person. It was like a big gift for a small team of people.
Interesting.
But,
okay.
There's clearly like.
There's a way.
A market, and like people learn these skills in places.
Which is kind of scary.
Completely. And like the average person has really truly no business doing that.
Yeah.
Which is why it was a strange gift, but would have been cool.
Have you ever seen there's like this woman on Instagram and TikTok. She'll go through all the steps she does, and she's like locking up her house. And this borderline kind of fucking crazy.
Oh.
Like she does like the door stopper thing that has the alarm. She does like some weird alarms on her windows. This is like a daily routine for her, like how she locks up.
She leaves her own house?
Yeah, she has like this like the deadbolt thing like you put in. It's just like, are you okay?
She might not be okay, honestly.
Like, is someone tracking you? It's just like, it's also weird to like do it from social media then if like someone's, you know, after you.
Oh, sure, that you're just gonna show it off. The thing about me is like I would rather do all those steps when I'm in the house. If I'm not at home, I guess she's maybe worried about someone coming. Like,
no, she does it at her house too. She does it in hotels and she does it at her house.
Wow.
I think it's for educational purposes, but like most of the time the comments are like, "Are you okay?
Is someone stalking you?
Like, is someone stalking you? Do you need help? Blink twice, you know?" It's like this. It's like, I don't know. Like, I do think it's just probably for educational purposes, to like show people how they can do that stuff. But yeah, it's weird. So, back to the story. So there is also the fact that no one has come forward looking for this woman. It's like a girl in her 20s. It's like she has somebody.
I'm suspicious about 20s.
Yeah. So.
What? The photo. Oh. I don't know. That didn't look like a woman in her 20s to me. She just seemed like she had gorgeous, like, crystal blue eyes from that photo. And, like, jet black hair.
Yeah.
I mean, cool looking chick.
It looked like a chick from the 90s.
It's true.
Like a chick that, like, would club in the 90s.
She did look like a Euro trash kind of vibe.
Like a chick who'd play a hacker in a movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a fucking spy.
Like a fucking spy. Yeah. Yeah. So, Ola mentions, since like no one's come forward to look for Jennifer, essentially, that if she was executed, whatever agency she was working for would go to her next of kin and basically give them a large sum of cash and be like, she died a hero, you can never speak of it. And they would basically like, we'll take care of you the rest of your life, but like you can never talk about her again.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean, I feel like the fact that she has been not identified for 30 years maybe speaks to that. Especially if like they were taking care of for life. So another obscure clue found in the room that I have not mentioned yet is the watch that Jennifer was wearing on her left wrist. It is a Citizen Aqualand watch, and it is mainly used for diving by different types of like special forces and military units in Europe. And it's like it's an intense watch.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it and Googling.
Oh, are you? Yeah. And so like the fact that she was wearing this watch and that's the only thing she was wearing, and so they tried to go back and like trace where this watch came from. It's like, wait, because like watches I guess have like weird like identifiers, like
I bet that there would
on
be
the inside.
ways.
It was bought at a police auction.
Really? Oh.
So that
I'm like, this. She's obviously was working for some kind of agency.
Right. She had to have been.
Yeah. I'm like, then we're just never gonna know. No one's ever gonna know.
Well, I don't know.
I love it.
So the main theory that Oslo investigators are going with right now still is that Jennifer did succumb to suicide. The main factor that leads to this conclusion is that there were no signs of a struggle, which is interesting, and just the fact that the way that the body was found in general, like just laying on the bed with a gunshot wound to her head, gun in hand.
Yeah.
Also, that there was a witness to the gunshot going off, the security guard, and he sat there for a minute and he didn't see him leave the room. What are the chances
that she would do that when he knocked?
It's super weird, right?
Like, what are the, like, is that a coincidence, or was she waiting for them to come? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a very...
Or it just was a coincidence?
It's a weird coincidence. Like, she was... But, like, why? Why would you sit there and wait?
I don't know.
It's very weird, especially because, like, if you're just doing it just to do it, because you just want to be done.
Yeah.
Like, why are you waiting for someone to knock on the door?
Maybe she was worried about who was knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Maybe she was, like, waiting for somebody, and she's like, I'm not going out that, whatever way that is.
Yeah, whoever person's coming for you.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Maybe they would.
Like, the knocking is weird, for sure. And, like, just, it's a very weird coincidence, if it is a coincidence.
Right, it's curious.
So, after this kind of investigation that Lars is doing, he's talking to, you know, like, he's, like, recreating the crime scene. He's talking to this, you know, basically retired special forces person or whatever he is, intelligence agent. He's like, we're gonna exhume her. Like, he decided. So she's exhumed, and
who gets permission for that?
Well, she doesn't have anyone.
That's great, but who's like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
I think he's kind of like convinced Oslo investigators.
Okay.
Because I think they put that it was a suicide, but I don't even think it didn't really seem like watching like the Unsolved Mysteries and like just reading articles. It didn't really seem like they also thought it was like a suicide. Yeah. They're like, we just have to put something here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could put like undetermined,
yeah.
right? I mean, yeah, I'm not trying to give them excuses like as a way out.
So like, so it sounds like
yeah. So he was able to convince them to like exhume her remains because she is buried in like a cemetery in Norway. She's not a fucking headstone. She's nothing.
Yeah.
Like Lars knows where she's buried because he knows where she's buried.
Right.
Like no, like you could like walk past that grave a million times and have no idea.
Right.
So she's exhumed and samples were taken to try to get a DNA sample, which was successful. They were able to get like a full DNA panel of her. So they were able to figure out from this DNA panel that she was of Eastern European descent, and most specifically East Germany. And they also confirmed by witnesses who talked to her, they said that she had like an Eastern German accent.
Okay, she looked like a German one.
Yeah. So it's like kind of tracking. So like there's like a little bit more of like a, you know, you're closing in, right? Like it's still a big area, but like you're like, okay, we have this area of Europe essentially. So Lars was also able to find a professor who could get a more accurate age of Jennifer. He was using science. He's like some sort of like atmospheric dating. I think something called C14. It was like something to do with like nuclear atomic shit. I'm not gonna tell you. I have no idea. And he used one of her teeth. He like took a tooth and was able to determine that she was born around 1971, which would have made her 24.
Wow.
When she died. Originally the thought was like she was
so young.
21 to 30.
Yeah.
They're like she's in this age range. So Lars gets like a kind of like a better idea of like she was born in the 70s, early 70s in Eastern Germany maybe. So he writes another article and he releases it in Germany specifically in the hope that someone would recognize her. He took the artist rendering, he talked about like where she was found, like just like the whole situation, and he was hoping that someone would come forward with information, but no one did.
Damn.
Yeah. So Lars continues to try to find Jennifer's identity. He says that his motivation is that he believes that this young woman deserves to have an actual name in a gravestone, like anybody else. He also believes that the only way that this case is going to get solved is if someone comes forward. He's literally like exhausted almost every clue. Like he has a DNA panel of her. It's like the David Glenn Lewis story. Like he was buried, but like no one knew where the hell he was. You know, like they had DNA. So as of right now, the identity of Jennifer Fairgate and what happened in room 2805 is still a mystery.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a little bit shorter one, but
I like it. Yeah. I just think we're never gonna know. That's the way by design.
Yeah.
That's the way they want it.
So the thing that like also with that I wonder about is
like national security. Like there's just
but like if she was a spy, I don't even think there'd be like an article written about it, right?
You think it would have been squashed?
It would have been squashed. That's what I'm wondering. Like maybe police would have came in, tried to like investigate this crime, and like whoever was the agency she worked for kicked the police out. They're like, you guys are gone, you never saw this.
That's a good point.
You know, like they take her body, nothing happens, nothing ever happened.
Interesting.
You know,
that's an interesting dot. Yeah, it's possible.
And like also she probably wouldn't have been on Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix.
Right. Doesn't seem unreasonable. You're right.
So it's just like,
or they're like
I don't know, it's just like the way that the gun was being held in her hand is very weird. Like this, I mean, I've shot a gun.
I think there are other ways to shoot yourself. People do it different ways than that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah.
Gives you a trigger warning.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
My bad.
I feel like this entire podcast is probably just trigger warnings. Every once in a while we do a cryptid. Like it's probably not the trigger warning, but like generally it's.
Wow, usually, curious.
Right?
It's fascinating. Like stuff goes on that we just truly have no clue.
Right? It reminds me a lot of the David Glenn Lewis one. Where you're just like, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, because I really don't think we'll ever know. No. Truly, unfortunately. Unless, like, she isn't a spy and someone finally comes forward. Like, maybe someone has to die.
I mean, I still think there could be some sex work involved here. Like a traffic
that was a theory for sure, like a trafficking or sex worker situation.
The clothing and the gun stuff. Maybe it's both.
Yeah, maybe she. I mean, like women are usually hired to, get in there a different way than men do, right? Yeah. So it's all very interesting.
I liked it.
Yeah. But go watch that Unsolved Mysteries. It's Volume 2, Season 2. I'm pretty sure.
They don't show real photos of her.
They do.
Before?
They don't show they show her eyebrows down.
Oh, okay.
They don't have any photos of her before.
Before, okay, right.
Yeah.
They're all
right.
Damn, that's too bad.
Yeah, and Lars is the main person in that story for sure, and he's definitely the champion of the story. He's trying just so hard to get it solved.
Curious old Lars.
Right? Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It's funny to me, how some people just get so fixated on something. He had no
business
ties to this person.
Yeah.
He doesn't know her.
Yeah.
But he's I want to figure out who she is.
Curious.
And he's not going to give up until he figures out something. Oh. Obviously.
Yeah.
But, people like that, they find out shit.
Uh-huh.
It
takes all kinds.
Yeah, it takes all kinds. But yeah, okay. But see you next week. Go watch Unsolved Mysteries. It's coming back out. I'm excited for the new season.
When does the new season start?
I think July 31st.
Nice.
So, yeah, this will come out a couple weeks before, but, rewatch. Do a rewatch. There's a couple of them. I might do a couple more.
Yeah.
Pull
from.
Yeah, that have just, really stuck with me.
Yeah.
This was definitely one of my top ones, though.
Loved it.
Yeah, but until next time.
Stay grimly curious.
Thank you so much for listening. For podcast updates and episode photos, be sure to follow us on Instagram @GrimlyPodcast.
Also, be sure to rate and review our episodes, and we will see you next week for another episode.